Our sermon this morning is going to be taken from 1 Kings chapter 11, and I'm going to be reading verses 1 through 13. You will remember that last week we read about the golden age of Israel, the time when the kingdom reached its pinnacle in terms of its extent, its borders, its wealth, and the glory of its capital, Jerusalem. How many wondrous things there were, how much wealth there was, how the kings and the queens of the world looked at Jerusalem with envy, how there were these massive architectural projects, especially for such a small nation, the various palaces, the place where Solomon kept his golden shields, the forest of Lebanon as it was called, for all of the pillars and hewn of cedar that were there. And the wonders simply of the Lord's blessing to the people. But we remember even as it reached its azimuth, it was coming to a point where sin would bring it down, particularly the sin of one man, and that one man, Solomon, the head of God's covenant people, the king, the son of David himself. We saw how he had already begun to go off the right path in his accumulation, his multiplication of horses and gold, and then wives. And then we're going to see the effect of having so many wives. And hopefully we will learn things from it ourselves. I'm not going to make the primary application be to the people of Israel thousands of years ago, but rather I want this to be something that we take to heart, particularly those of you who are younger, who are not yet married. I'm going to be applying this to you, and hopefully you will take the lesson to heart about how important it is to not be unequally yoked, and we'll talk about what that really means. But before we do, let's turn to the Lord our God. Let's ask for his blessing. Please join me.